gente, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos. I want to just start off by saying Happy New Year, and I really do hope that this year is like the year. I know that every year a lot of people like to do like New Year's resolutions, which is totally fine, but I just feel like the new year can also be a great motivator for some people to, more than anything, just start fresh on whatever it is that the goal might be for them. Personally, I do have a list of things that I would like to accomplish for 2020. I definitely want to start off with the very first thing that's on my mind, which is to go back to college. I am 25 years old. I don't have a degree. I've been kind of on and off with college, never really getting anywhere. I've always been very indecisive when it comes to school. I'm a very creative person, so that's kind of where I'm like, okay, I want to go to school and get a degree in something that I genuinely love and want to do. I'm not trying to do like too much. Like, I just want to go to school, study one thing, be out, get a degree, maybe transfer, and make it my career more than anything. So definitely going back to school, finishing college is the first on my list. The second on my list would definitely be to work on my mental health. That is something that I know I need to work on. I'm very good at minimizing what I'm going through when it comes to my mental health. Like, I'm very aware of my weaknesses when it comes to my mental health, and I tend to just kind of brush it off and be like, no, it's okay, whatever, like, it is what it is, you know. I have that it is what it is mentality, when really it doesn't have to be what it is. Like, you could do something about it. So I'm definitely gonna consider going back to therapy. I was going to start doing what is cognitive behavioral therapy. I do have a personality disorder, which sometimes really gets the best of me. I will go into more detail on my personality disorder probably in another video once I feel a little bit more comfortable talking about it more publicly than anything, amongst other mental health struggles that I'm going through sometimes. Just rough out here, okay? Third on my list for 2020 is definitely going to be getting active. I used to go to the gym pretty consistently, even if I only went for 30 minutes, because usually when I go to the gym, I like going for like an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours. You know, I do stay for quite a little bit, you know, because time flies by at the gym, to be honest. When you're really working out and you're really into it, time just flies by. 2 hours can feel like 30 minutes. I know that a lot of people do fitness because they want to get in shape, and that is great. Whatever your goal is when it comes to fitness, that is your personal goal, and more power to you. So that's definitely a big goal for 2020. The fourth thing on my list is going to be to travel. I want to travel more within the United States, explore more, get out there. I really love nature, so more than anything, I definitely want to hike a lot more and go and explore different kinds of forests, go into nature and just explore. Like, my desire is to explore and possibly meet new people, who knows. So the fifth thing that I definitely want to do a little bit more in 2020 is read. I want to read different books and just get a little bit more into literature. I really enjoy reading. It is one of the things that kind of helps me keep my mind off things when I'm really stressed out, or when I just kind of want a little bit of an escape. I open up a book and just read. Personally, it's a bit of a stress reliever as well. I'm gonna make it a goal to finish more books. No more reading books halfway. No more reading books a chapter away from the finale. Like, I am going to be dedicated into reading books to their completion. So I'm gonna try my best to stick to that, of course, 2020. The sixth thing on my list, and the most important thing right now in my adult life, is budgeting. Yes, guys, budgeting can be very hard. Very, very, very hard, especially when, as I stated before, I do have a personality disorder. Sometimes I am very impulsive. My impulsiveness manifests itself primarily in impulsive spending. And you're probably wondering, what do you spend your money on? I spend a lot of my money eating out. That's a big issue because that adds up at the end of the month. And sometimes I am affected by it. I will pay whatever it is that I need to pay, and then I notice, oh my god, I don't have that much money remaining, and I don't get paid till, you know, this date. And I hate that. I hate that feeling. I hate that feeling of that you barely have enough to kind of get by, when I personally know I could have a lot more money if I just were to stop spending it on things I do not need, like eating out or even clothes. I don't have a lot of clothes, but I do like to buy a lot of cardigans, and cardigans are kind of expensive. And if you've noticed, like, this is the most easiest shit to make. This is like one piece of fabric, you sew some pockets on it, and like you could probably get like a yard of this for maybe like 10 bucks, you know. But here I am spending money on cardigans. That is my weakness. I have a cardigan problem, guys. So I bought a big fluffy jacket, and it's like, it almost looks like a little teddy bear jacket. I don't wear it that often because technically, like, I'm the kind of person that if I buy clothes and I don't have anything to match it with, I'm not wearing it. I'm just not wearing it. If I can't coordinate my outfits, they're not happening. They're not being worn. They're just gonna sit there. Okay. I'm losing track of resolutions. So I'm like, am I on 7 or 8? I think I'm on the 8th resolution. So for the 8th resolution for 2020 would definitely be to get more involved in sewing. I love it. I love going to thrift stores and buying different kinds of clothes that I feel could be altered or could be kind of just messed with. Like, I like messing with fabrics and different prints kind of thing. Now that I am going to be welcoming my baby in the next month, I've been more into like baby stuff. So I did go to the fabric store and I bought some material to make blankets. Yeah, I bought some material to make burp cloths for the baby as well, because I was thinking to myself, you know what, I can go and I can buy these things, but I feel like it's a different feeling when you make something for your kid, you know, something that you made. I definitely want to practice my sewing skills. I'm good at sewing. I have a good eye. I know I'm blind, but I have a good eye, okay? When it comes to sewing, when it comes to color, when it comes to different prints, I have an eye for it. So I'm definitely going to be tapping into that talent. Excuse me, I have like really bad heartburn. I had a burrito. Let me specify, I had a super burrito and it's getting to me, okay? Like, the baby is like, it was enjoying it, but now my body's like regretting it. I think those are the only New Year's resolutions that I really do have, at least right now, that I can think of at the top of my head. There's 12 months in a year. A lot of things can change. Maybe I might add more. Maybe I might eliminate some. You know, because committing is hard. We all know this. It is hard. But honestly, I wouldn't get too stressed out about resolutions. Just do what you can. Even if you think it is the most tiniest thing that you could think of accomplishing this year. Nothing is too small and nothing is too big of a goal. If you can do it, then do it. And I know that New Year's resolutions can be a lot for people that struggle with mental illness, because like, personally speaking, so there are days where I'm like, yes, I am motivated, I'm gonna get shit done, I am very like charged up and ready to like conquer the day, and then maybe 5 hours into the day and I feel completely drained, or I feel really tired, or something throws me off and I'm like, I get really mad, or I get really upset, I get very emotionally stimulated and I just can't handle it, and things change. Especially when anxiety is in mix, sometimes it just kind of makes things a little bit harder to do, because sometimes I can be an anxious mess. One of the things that I also need to work on is to be more social. I know that I thrive in social settings. That's the thing. Like, I am a really good socializer. I am. But I tend to get anxiety. It's weird. Like, how do I have this craving to socialize with people and make new friends and get out there, but then at the same time, like, I get really bad anxiety thinking about it? That almost makes no fucking sense at all, you know? Does anybody else feel like that? Because I feel like that sometimes. I'm like, yes, I'm gonna go out today and I'm gonna talk to some people. I'm gonna go to a coffee shop or something. And then I get there in the parking lot and I'm like, I'm just gonna pull out real quick and go home. This was a bad idea. I should just sit home and watch some Netflix, you know? That happens to me, you know? Or I'll get invited to someone, I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do it. And then I'm just like, oh, I'm sick. Or, oh, my phone died. And I hate that, you know? Like, I hate not coming through when it comes to, like, social events or something. Like, even socializing with my own family, sometimes, like, I'll get really anxious, or I kind of, like, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes I get overly stimulated when it comes to being in social settings, or just being surrounded by a lot of people that, I don't know, like, I just want to run away and hide under my blankets and just not go nowhere. So we're gonna work on that. We're gonna definitely work on that. We're gonna work on being maybe a little bit more social, a little bit more open. So friends that have maybe not invited me places because you know how I am, try this year. Try, like, invite me somewhere. Let's make some plans. Let's do something. Let's go out to eat. Let's go for a walk. Let's do something. Let's get together. Let's make dinner. Let's go on a date. A friend date, not like a date, like a friend date, because I'm pregnant and I do have a boyfriend, so that's out the question. Other than that, I hope that everybody has a great year, a great 2020. I know that our lives are not perfect. We are going to experience obstacles here and there. It's all part of growth. Sometimes it's the most difficult moments that really shape us into who we are, or who we're going to be. Let's try to not take life too serious, to enjoy it, to just be yourself more than anything. And if you're still discovering who you are, that's perfectly great, you know? We're always growing and evolving. We're never gonna stay the same. That's the beautiful thing about life. That's the beautiful thing about growing, that we get to discover different parts of ourselves each and every single day. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for being here, and happy fucking new year. Let's fucking get this shit. Like, let's make this year our year, and let's make every year after this our year. Like, let's just start making each year our fucking year. Let's fucking start doing that, because you know what, life is too fucking short to just not live life how you want to live life. Live life on your terms. Fuck what everybody else thinks about your life. Fuck everybody's fucking opinion. They are irrelevant, because at the end of the day, this is your journey, this is your path. That's just the way I see it. So do what you gotta do. Take care of yourself, because you come first. When you take care of yourself, you're better able to take care of the people around you. Just keep that in mind, okay? And as I said, stay true to you, always, no matter what, through the good and the bad. Be you.